Welcome to the channel, Babycakes or Co. What up, everyone? We're gonna get into it and find out why are they hating on you now. As you can see on the screen here, you have two options to choose from, group 1 and group 2. Pause the video if you need to meditate on your option. As always, timestamps will be listed below. Thank you so much. Welcome to reading group 1. We're going to get into it and find out why are they hating on you now. All right, let's tap in. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for letting me be a clear vessel for channeling for group 1. Let's get into it. All right, first thing we have is patience, group 1. So someone is hating off of your patience. You know, that's not an easy thing to be and do. You know what I mean? So everybody's so used to having fast results. And I guess seeing you having the patience makes them feel, I guess, impulsive or not as needy or desperate, you know? So just something about you being calm, cool, and collected is triggering somebody, and that's why they're hating on you. You don't have a problem with waiting a little while, waiting for the results to come in. I mean, some people see weakness as, I said weakness. Some people see patience as weakness or laziness. And no, it's just you are someone who is in it for the long game. You're someone who is very reliable. You show up no matter what. You don't give up. So it's something about that. They wish they had your level of self-control, and things just tend to always work out for you because you don't act too fast or you're not hasty whatsoever. And yeah, just about you having grounded energy. You're just a grounded person. So they don't really know what's on your mind or what you're thinking. I'm just getting to you. You're giving off a mysterious aura too, because they don't know what you're going to do next. So it's definitely given unpredictable as well. I'm getting with that. All right. And then next we have is something about you being a very unique individual here. You have some sort of unique trait or unique traits, and they feel threatened by your originality. They feel triggered by what you bring to the table. They feel some type of way about you doing something that stands out that everybody else is not doing. You being a leader, not a follower. You setting your own trends. Just you not needing to fit in or even want to fit in. You not tripping or it's not about the likes for you or just trying to be popular whatsoever. It's because you like to do what you do, or you like to wear what you like to wear, or whatever it is that makes you unique. You're just different. You like different things. You do things differently, and that makes them feel some type of way. You are your real self. You're real and authentic. And we did get the real card come out too, so you are very real, 100% raw. You. So unapologetic. You're just not afraid to be yourself. You really express yourself and all that you're into as well. Just, and even what comes with uniqueness too, that comes with freedom. Like, they could literally be envious of your freedom to express yourself and be bold, because it reveals their limitations or how they strict themselves or how they just try to be like everybody else, try to do what everybody else does. So some people may mistake your uniqueness as, or your confidence as showing off or as arrogance or you thinking you better. And, some people fear being different. They fear being unique and standing out due to, their culture or just social conditioning. It doesn't matter. Sometimes some people are, just being different is a beautiful thing, and everybody doesn't have the courage to try new things or to stand out. And so you are someone who just likes to switch it up. It seems to be you have some sort of secret sauce, some sort of flavor to you, and this is why they hating, because they can't do what you do, and at the end of the day, you are the blueprint. It seems to be. So that's just what it is. Just your uniqueness seems to awaken parts of others, that they silence. And you're loud, not like literally loud, but you just, don't have a problem with shining hard. That's it. What's up, babe? All right. We have also teacher and pastor. So I don't know. Some of you guys could be having a teacher or a pastor hating on you, or you could be one of those. But some of you guys are just, you are good at, maybe you teach something or you preaching about something. Maybe you have the gift of prophecy. You can, the way that you break things down, and I don't know, like you could have experience or know a lot. You could be doing something where you're actually guiding groups of people, because we do have groups out here. You could be some sort of mentor or something like that as well. People could be hating because you have a following, like you're leading people in some sort of way. It doesn't have to be a big following, it could be a small following, or you're a part of some sort of organization. Maybe you're in charge when it comes to a group of people. You know, you could be a boss, manager, supervisor. People could be hating off of the, just whatever position that you're in. All right. And we also have child and baby came out. So that's interesting. I mean, maybe somebody's hating off of your baby. You could have a beautiful, healthy child, adorable. And this could be someone hating off you because maybe they want a child. And they, I don't know why someone would be, I can understand why someone could be hating off someone else's a baby, I guess, because they don't, maybe like I said, they don't have a child, or they just throw it off. Who knows? Weird. Maybe they feel as if your child is chosen or your baby's chosen. So if you have a baby and a child, they hating off of that. If you have many kids or 2, 3, that could be a reason too. But I know some people aren't fortunate to have kids. So for whatever reason that is, I don't know if they're not picking their partner. They're not just coming across the right person to pick, or it could be anything. They could have issues with having children, unfortunately. Or they, like I said, they haven't met the right person yet. So, but that came out, baby and child. So someone could just be hating off of your baby and your child, or yeah, weird. We also have divorce too. It could be a woman who's divorced, or maybe you guys are divorced and someone's hating off of that for some reason because they really want to leave their person, or it could be someone who's going through a divorce hating off of you because maybe you have a healthy marriage, or you could have ended something here. Maybe something ended and you had the courage to walk away. I don't know, it's just something about your freedom. Once again, you having freedom here. We also have trans too, so there could also be a trans here hating on you because you are a woman. Yeah, hating because they really wish they could be a woman and they're not, so they feel some type of way about you truly embodying what a divine feminine is, and so they hate the body that they're in, so they could be hating off you. All right, that's one message. And for others, someone could be, hating off you because maybe you are a trans and you look like a woman, like you could really pull it off. So maybe you might have another woman hating off of that, or I don't know if someone left them for you if you are a trans. Just something about trans. I don't know if you are attracted to trans, or you know how to doll yourself up. Maybe you do like drag queen makeup really good. Even if you're trans or not, maybe you do your makeup like really good drag queen makeup, and someone could be hating off of that. But just something about even not being in the closet for some of you guys, or even one, maybe you are open, or you came out and just admitted that you are attracted to trans women or whatever, transgender. So, yeah. And then, yeah, that's what it is. It could even be a particular woman hating off you guys. Oh, okay. Now I'm also getting the message too, like maybe there's a trans who hates off the fact that you are a woman and you can have a baby. It's just like some sort of deep-rooted hate this transgender has towards you because, like I said, you are a true divine woman here. Like you may have the curves, you may have children already, you may have the looks, everything what a woman is supposed to be when it comes to like you even having like a cycle, all of that. Like this person really feels some type of way about you being a woman. Yeah. So and then we also have crazy here too. So somebody could be crazy. It could be someone really thrown off, hating off of you as well. It could be this trans, but it could also be like a separate woman here who's hating off you. This could be a woman who's divorced, or just somebody random. It could be someone very childish too. But I get with crazy too. Maybe you guys are crazy. You have a crazy side to you. And so you don't play that. You will go off and cuss somebody out if you have to. And so someone could be hating off of that because they can't F with you, you gonna F with a ball, and you will check them, cuss them out. So yeah, maybe someone is afraid to speak their mind or afraid to talk about what the issue is, and then you're just totally the difference. You're someone who will speak the truth and say what's on your mind. And if you got to get crazy and get loud with a mother effer, you will. So someone could be hating off of that because they're nervous to get loud with somebody, or they would never go there or take it there. So this could be a people pleaser, or someone who just very quiet and shy, fearful for whatever reason. I don't know if they're fearful of, who knows, but just someone who tends to keep their issues to themselves, sweep it under the rug, or they are afraid to open their mouth and say certain things that they don't like. And so you could be the complete opposite here, okay? Definitely picking up on this Queen of Swords energy here. All right, well, that's what it is, group. Well, you guys take care of yourself as always. Mwah. Welcome to reading group 2. We're going to get into it and find out, why are they hating on you now? Thank you, Lisa, for letting me clear us for channeling for group 2. Let's get into it. All right. First thing we have group 2 is magical. Ooh. So there's something very magical about you, very enchanting. They're hating off of just how magical your life is. So you make it magical in some sort of way. It could be from your rituals to your routine, anything like that. Because the next we have is wellness. So there's something that you do every day, or you go about something that is very magical, very enchanting, very witchy-like for some, not for all, but yeah. And so someone who's hating off of you having, I don't know, like they hate because you live this magical life. And this could be people who are non-believers, who don't believe in all that woo-woo, whatever. You may not even be all that dramatic about it, but even if you are, I guess that's why they hating. Because they feel like you just too, I guess, worldly, new agey, I'm hearing as well. Too out there, too expressive, just too free with yourself, too free. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, these are people, this could be someone who just doesn't believe in magic. So you just challenge their limited worldview on things, and you're different. You don't see life like them. You have a very optimistic mindset, a very colorful life, a very vibrant life. You could be very much so tapped into your inner child, very curious, always having fun, or you make things so fun and interesting. So, I mean, people hating on you about you being this magical being, this otherworldly starseed being, for some of you guys for sure, I guess they feel so disconnected. They don't know how to have fun. Maybe they don't know how to really, truly tap into their inner child, or not be so serious all the time. And so that triggers them. That obviously triggers them. So, yeah, I mean, it's like they envy your joy. They envy your wonder. It's just like your shine, your spark highlights just their dull life, like their boring, pessimistic lifestyle, just how boring they are. They could be even also think like you're fake, or like they assume like what you do, it must be an act, or you're not truly who you are, you're fake, you're acting, because that's truly what you are. That's you, like you could live and breathe what you do. You know what I mean? You don't just do it for acts, you do it behind the scenes too. You do it behind the cameras as well. So who knows? I'm getting these can be people online who be hating on you and how you do what you do. So these are just very much so suppressed individuals. They don't really have an imagination like on the level of yours. They're not as playful. They could be people who they could be someone who others just don't like to be around. They're boring. They're blah. And you could be very much so tapped in, maybe all the time, always doing something fun, creative here. And some people are just afraid of the unknown. They're afraid of truly coming out the closet and expressing themselves. And so that's what I'm getting with you guys. Maybe they're afraid of mystery. They're afraid of magic, and maybe they feel as if you're doing spell work. I don't know what you do, or you're casting spells, or maybe they feel you doing too much. Who knows? But obviously it's working for you, and you seem to be happy, and this is why they're hating. You know, these could be people who constantly hate watch you. And I would never understand or get why people hate watch others that trigger them. It's like you are literally, I'm about to say, like, just, I don't know, I just feel like you are just killing your dreams, killing yourself, you know. It's something like that. I don't want to say it like that, but it feels like someone is literally hanging themselves when they do that. Trigger warning for anybody. I'm not trying to be that way, but I just would never understand why people watch others that trigger them. It's like you get up, you start your day, like you end your day being upset. I just think it's weird. I think it's really weird. So, and these people may think you're weird, and it is what it is, you know, but you still living your life and happy, and they're on the opposite end of that. So go figure, you know. Which life would you rather be living, their life or yours? And I feel like they definitely wish they could live your life, you know, or they just very curious about you and how you do what you do. So I would never understand it, you guys. But yeah, you know, I mean, and you're someone, maybe you like break the rules, or you're very unconventional, and that could really, like, on a deep level, make them feel uncomfortable or just piss them off because you're not following certain rules, or you don't do things the traditional way. So yeah, but that's what it is, you know. But all right, since I was on that for a good little minute, because that's really the issue here, you know, why they do truly be hating on you now is just how, I mean, even how intuitive you are, how creative you are, but you having such a enchanting life here. But yeah, and then next we have is wellness too. So you guys could just have good health, just your habits, the habits you incorporate into your routine on a day-to-day basis, how you go about your life, from what you eat to how you work out to, you know, your mental health, how you take care of that, how you truly pour into yourself. Maybe you read or do spiritual baths, or you invest in certain things to help you stay healthy. You know, maybe you're into different modalities and things like that, crystals, anything magical, since we did get magical come out too. But even if you're not into that, you're not into any crystals and all that, you like I said, you just have a magical life in their eyes. You have the dream life, you know, and that's why they hating on you. Yeah, so just about your health, you could, the way you take really good care of your health, you eat, you juice, you know, maybe you buy certain skincare that is, you either make it yourself or you invest in more higher end stuff, something like that. But so they could hate off of that. We also have collectives. So I don't know if it's like a collective of people hating off of you, a good amount. That's for one. And then for others, I get like they could be hating too, because you have a collective of, like, just maybe you have a community of people who follow you. You have some sort of following, or you're leading the collective here, or you're part of that. You're the chosen one here, it seems to be. All right, we also have 60 and up, so you could be an older person too, or you're very mature for your age as well, or maybe something about 60s. Maybe you can talk to people in that age group, or you're helping a collective of group of people, or you work at some sort of group home, or you do something with nursing, or you counsel people. Just something with older people here. You could be older too and be living your life this way, live your life a certain way. So even if you're not 60, you're an older person who lives a certain life, and you're still very fun. You have a young, youthful spirit, and you could be aging very gracefully too. But even though you're older, you are still so much fun. And yeah, we also have distance too. So it could be, maybe you live kind of far, or even off the grid, or just away from everybody. You could have moved away from your hometown or people that you used to know. You kind of keep to yourself as well. So they could be hating off of that, thinking, you know, you don't want to be bothered with nobody, or just, you know, shit, you wanted to get away. But you can kind of live further out. Where you live could be triggering them. Bad news. I kind of get with bad news too. Like, people be hating because they don't never really hear bad news from you. Like, they be really wanting to get the tea on your life, or just be wanting to know your business or what you're up to. And you could be very quiet, keep to yourself, not really talking about things. All right, so we have a nephew too. So I don't know if you could have a really good relationship with your nephew, And maybe it could be just certain family members hating off of that because you're a good auntie or uncle here, it seems to be as well. I mean, it could be a nephew hating off you, but I don't really get that vibe. You guys could also be taking care of a nephew. Take care of a nephew. Yeah, so you could take care of a nephew for some of you guys. Or your nephew talks about you a lot, loves you so much, so they could be hating off of that. Maybe some sort of bad news didn't affect you or as much as they thought it would. Or maybe some people were just really waiting for some bad news to happen to you or something to happen here, and you didn't react, or it just kept you going. Maybe they thought you weren't gonna pull through, or you weren't gonna work something out, and you did, so they hating off of that. And we also have sister too. You guys could have a sister. Some people could be hating off of your relationship with your sister here. Your sister could love you a lot. You could be very close to your sister. Just something about some bond you have with the sister of yours. Sister here, and we have nephew, so it could be maybe it's a beautiful bond there, and they could be hating off of that. All right, all these signs may not resonate, you guys. It's a general reading, so yeah. I mean, some of you guys could have a sister who's hating on you, but that's for a very few. All right, we also have big built too. Big built. So some people could be hating off of your big build. Like maybe you are someone who is a big woman, but you look good for your size. You could be a plus size model or something and look very good. Or maybe you're just a big person. You still getting attention. You still pulling them in. You still pulling the men or the women. That ain't stopping you from, dating or getting yours, however that means to you. But some of you guys could also be getting pretty big too, getting swole, getting some muscles. And of course they would be hating off of that because you're looking good, I've been working out a lot for sure. But yeah, for others, it could be as well. But at the same time, it could also be someone who's in their 60s, 60 and up, who's hating off of you. Or this could be someone who's also big built, who lives at a distance from you as well. So take it how it resonates, you guys. That's what it is. This life is good.